Good morning and welcome aboard. Quick sound check for everybody. Let us know that you are tuned in. We're getting all set up here in the background for the trading morning. Welcome, new and experienced traders. If you have trading charts, put them up. If you need a trading charts or trading platform, let us know. If you want to join us live in our home base, daytradingmarkets.org, daytradingmarkets.org. There we go. If you're joining us in your socials, please take a moment and like us and share us. It really does help us out here to get us out into the world of social media. Here we go. Should see a series of 3 charts in a separate chart window, 2 time frames for the S&P 500 E-mini and a 30-year bond chart. We're focused on working with new and experienced traders to help them look to develop consistent profitability in their trading. We work this session from, well, we open up the service at 8:30. We help individuals get set up for their opportunity to trade. If you would like to set yourself up with trading charts, a trading platform, pop into our Zoom home base and ask. And we'll provide you with one of our affiliate links. If you're interested in earning a funded trading account, pop into our Zoom and ask, and we can work with you in that regard. We've been working with a number of people and getting them set up in the background this morning. so they can set up their own charts. They can work their own opportunity to be able to develop the skill of trading the market for themselves. Everything we do is for educational purposes only, nothing to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. Your trade along coach for this group trade along session is a 25-year veteran of the trading pits in Chicago. He is a actively scalping trader within his trading platform. He is available to teach traders how to trade better, with the goal of helping traders bridge the gap from where they are to consistent profitability. We get rolling pretty close to the cash open. Right now it's 8:55 a.m. on April 26, 2024. Welcome to this group coaching session hosted in Zoom. Join us live in Zoom. Daytradingmarkets.org is the URL. Daytradingmarkets.org is the URL to join us in our home base in Zoom. Got a series of 3 charts up. We're getting set up for the trading morning. We're going to work the market until 11. After 11, we're going to have a Q&A. Would you like to have that Q&A with us? Pop in. If you have a headset and a microphone, you can pose your question and ask, and we can answer it for you. You know, this opportunity really is a dialogue. So don't hesitate to be part of the dialogue. My opinion is in your best interest. Ask questions, interact. In my opinion, trading is a great way to have a side hustle, if you will, serious hobby, or do this for a living. We're looking to pick up a couple $100 a day, $200, $300, $400, $500 based on the art of trading, the act of trading based on a taught price action trading methodology. So if you want to learn the art of trading, you want to be an entrepreneur for yourself, take a moment to pass it around in your travels here as you're working your day. Take a moment in social media to get us out of the box. Like us. You know, if you go in and you see that somebody has also liked us, please like us again. In other words, the more likes, the better. Somebody had mentioned, oh, you're already liked. Well, that is true. But we need as many likes as we can get. That helps the algorithm. I should say it helps daytradingmarkets.org with the algorithm. One of the things I'd also mention is that this is a small business, right? Saul is an independent contractor. He's the 25-year veteran of the trading pits. He's like hiring a tutor to help you get better at your trading. Think about that. It's like hiring a mentor/tutor to work with you, school you. It's like a coach, right? You're hiring a coach. He's a private coach. He's a private coach with talent. He's a private coach that's currently trading to keep his talent up to date, current, and also that's how he makes his money. Trading is a big part of his 25 years of trading, and now he's available to help individuals like yourself. So again, pop into Zoom directly. When you register, you should just be able to pop right in. It's a free access pass. It's a free access pass. Daytradingmarkets.org is the registration for Zoom, right into our home base, or Sol's home base. Oh, thank you. That was a shout out. Somebody had posted us in a trading room. Appreciate it. Anything you can do on your end for this service to get it out of the box, we definitely appreciate it. On X, if you find us under Day Trading Markets, that's our home base. It's Day Trading MKTS Markets. Is that Markets? Yeah, it's Day Trading MKTS. It's at Day Trading MKTS. If you're going to find us on X, that's where we're at. We're also on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, various places. If you know anybody or you are a talented or have the talent to do some reels for us, pop into Zoom and let us know. Get us out of our box on TikTok, Instagram, that type of thing. Definitely follow us and heart us, repost us. Appreciate it. This is all about what you're looking for based on your opportunity to learn how to trade, scalp the market for your own trading account as an entrepreneur. We help you get set up, help you get schooled in the art. Very straightforward. Working with an independent trader. Yeah, no, that's a good question. When you go in, let's say, for example, in X or Twitter, and you see at our home base, we've got a bunch of days in there from past days, which you can watch and review. But when you get in there, if you could just repost it and like it, and if there's a like already in there, a heart already in there, just like it again. The more hearts, the better for us. And if I'm repeating myself, we got a number of people that are joining us as I'm speaking, and we appreciate it. Welcome. We definitely appreciate that. So when Saul pops on, he's going to take over the session. We're going to have our group coaching session. Put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart if you have it. If you need charts, we have a number of referral links that are part of our service. We can help you get set up. Hey, Oren, good morning. Quick shout out to you. Quick sound check, Oren. Just use the chat feature to respond. Let us know if you're new or experienced. If you're interested in some of our referral links. You know, if you go to on X, we have a day trading markets community you can join. Yeah, that's directly on X. You'll find it posted at the top, like when you click on, if you come to our home base. It says communities, day trading markets. We just set it up. Hey, Anupam, good morning. Warren, let me know if you're back. Use the chat feature to respond. Hey, Calvin, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Hey, all right, no problem. Do you need, just let me know when take your time. We're going to go through the coaching session together. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. No rush. If you need trading software, platform, let us know. Glad to help you out. We got 2 ways to go. Just for everybody out there. You can Set yourself up to earn a funded trading account. That means that you would set yourself up to be able to utilize their charts within their environment to practice trade until you get good enough. And they'll give you the high sign when you're ready based on their setup. That's definitely a way to go. No, Thinkorswim is great. You don't need any particular charts to, be taught how to trade or trade better, based on this experience with Saul. Saul is the 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits. He's going to look to trade his own account today based on the levels that he sets for his own trading. He's going to give those levels out to everybody as coaching levels for this morning's session. Everything we do here is for educational purposes only. Nothing to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. We're in the business of helping traders, frankly, focus on price action trading, focus their attention in and around coaching levels, and look to help you develop consistent profitability based on being taught Saul's price action trading methodology, be supported in that methodology, be coached in that methodology, and that's what we do on a daily basis. There's a lot that goes on here, both publicly and privately. And it's your opportunity to check it out, see if you like it, stick around, join us live in our home base. That's where everything happens. It is within the world of Zoom. To get there, you just got to put daytradingmarkets.org in your URL. It'll register you, or you register yourself for Zoom. You'll test to all the disclaimers that this is for educational purposes only. Nothing's been taken as direct trading or investment advice. That's the general way we do it. You don't need a particular charting package. Just, refer to the charts that we have in Zoom. That's a very good question. So the question is what do we concentrate on here to bank our money for the day? A little bit of a rephrase. So we're looking to trade one thing and do it well. The one thing that we're looking at is trading the S&P 500 E-mini futures contract. The reason we do that is because we believe that if we concentrate, get to know, get to understand, pay attention to the action of price, that with a price action trading strategy, we can get to know our instrument, trade it, and trade it profitably, and thus look to trade it consistently profitably. The S&P 500 E-mini is an index of financial futures, if you will. It is a representation, boiled down, calculated price of the S&P 500 stocks, boils it down to one price that you can see within our series of charts. There's 2 time frames for the S&P 500 E-mini and a 30-year bond chart. So we are looking to capitalize on price movement. We like the fact that the S&P 500 E-mini gives us the ability to make money when the market is going up based on its price movement, and make money on the downside of the market, which is short selling, right? In an instrument that allows us to do that based on price. Now we set the stage of the morning session. Now we focus on the morning session. Saul believes, and you can ask him, why do you concentrate just on the morning session, Saul? The reason is that he believes that after the cash open, or at the cash open, which is coming up here. Right now it's 9:20. There is a opening ding, ding, ding of the bell. That's the cash open. We're in New York. I'm in New York. Sal's in Chicago. Don hails from the great state of Texas. Don will be popping in and out with Sal during the morning session. Right now it's 9:20. At 9:30, you get the opening bell in 10 minutes. Right before the opening bell, Sal looks to set himself up with a trading advantage over other traders by setting key levels, prices in the S&P 500 E-mini that he is going to set. He calls it a pivot, and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. This is his pivot. This is how he sets his pivot. He can teach you how to set this pivot. He can teach you how to trade around his pivot and his other set levels on top and bottom that he calls support and resistance. Maybe, so when he sets his pivot today, he's going to give it out to you in audio. Be prepared to write it down. He's going to give you the other levels on top and bottom of that pivot that he calls support and resistance. These are his areas and zones that he expects the price in the S&P 500 E-mini to make a change, price movement in and around those levels that he can now, by setting these levels, he has a discipline. By setting these levels, he has areas of interest. By setting these levels, and again, if these levels are any good, right? If you start to witness that Sal's levels are pretty darn good, in our opinion, that's trading advantage one by being part of this service in this group coaching session. You're learning how to interact entries, exits, and stops based on price action in and around pre-mapped out levels and zones that gives you focus, 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 and the opportunity to start to pick up a trading advantage for yourself in doing it and doing it that way. Now, I say that because that's what Sal does. There's a number of people out there that say, I want to be like Sal. I want to do what Sal does. I want to be able to trade the market for a couple hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours during the morning session. I want to bank my money. I want to pick up my $200, $300, $400, $500, and then I want to go off and do my favorite hobby, whatever that might be. Whatever it is that floats your boat, then you're free to do it. So that's what that's what Sal looks to do. And you could look to do it also by joining him in his price action trading education. Learn the poem, apply the poem, ask questions about the poem, adjust and tweak yourself based on the poem, the art of learning price action trading. And that's what we do here on a daily basis. Hey, Jeff, good morning. Mike, Oren, Philip, Anupam, everybody else, good morning. So we're focused on trading the S&P 500 E-mini. Check out the charts that Sal is putting out there. You'll see the two time frames of the S&P 500 E-mini. You'll also be able to see how it is created based on looking at how the charts are put together. Sal likes to look at the bond. There are others out there that may look at something else that's tied to the S&P 500 E-mini as a inverse trade relationship, but that's something that you develop over time. The first order of business here is to help you get set up first with a trading platform. Well, I guess first with a desire to get set up, a desire to learn how to trade, a desire to have somebody of Sal's caliber help you learn how to trade. And then it's a matter of getting into action for yourself. Remember, procrastination is not a choice. Ask questions. Hey, Philip, ask questions, interact, be part of. Join them in, based on our socials. Join them in our home base, live, in Zoom, during this coaching webinar session. ask questions, interact, get yourself set up, take action on your part. You know, one of the things you'll probably pick up pretty quickly is that Saul doesn't take everybody. It's a task for him to take people under his wing and teach them the art of trading. It takes focus on your part, focus on his part. This group coaching session is a great way to start. Come in, kick the tires, ask questions. Right now it's 9:25. He's going to pop in and take over the mic. Philip, how are you? Philip Van, what's going on? So put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. If you don't have it, ask. Be prepared to write his levels down when he pops in. It's going to be a pivot and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. Pay attention to the action of price in the S&P 500 E-mini as it ebbs and flows and how it reacts as it comes into these levels. A price action trading methodology is put to use here. It is teachable by Saul, learnable by you. Entries, exits, and stops are taught. You can work those entries, exits, and stops in a simulation environment until you get good enough to be able to do it in real time for yourself. Take a moment to put us out into the world, into social media. I want to thank those that have already done it. I saw some of the nice things that you posted. For those that haven't done it yet, please take the time to do it. It's very helpful. For those that have done it, thank you very much. You know, there's nothing like people helping people. In this case, traders helping traders. And this is a great example of new and experienced traders helping each other, all focused on your coach. Nothing better than having one voice help you navigate how to get set up to trade, then help you get better and better at your trading. One of the nice things about Saul is that he is actively scalping. So when you ask him a question, he can give you an answer. He can give you a experienced, I was in that. From an emotional point of view, his entries, exits, and stops. If he wasn't, he certainly was paying attention to that trade, or he might have looked at it a completely different way. And let's say you pulled it off, which is great. You can let Saul know, and he likes to learn. This isn't a one-way street.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 51.15. 51.15, support down here at 05. 50.97, 88, 79, and 71. The market quickly rotates down here to our support area here at 05. Upside resistance at 24, 34, 42, 54, and 64. Pivot 51.15, resistance at 24, 34, 42, 54, and 64. Support below at 05, 50.97, 88, 79, and 71. All right, the market flushed right down here, got down to 6.25 here, right against our 05 level, and just kind of missed us out there a little bit. It's kind of annoying, so be a little bit careful there. If we come back down there and retest, I don't know what happened there just before we opened up here. Repeat the levels. 15 is the pivot, support below at 05, 50.97, 88, 79, and 71. Upside resistance at 24, 34, 42, 54, and 64. All right. Market's about to open up here and flush down really quick there down to our 05 area, got down to 6.25 here. So if you were trading and being a little bit careful here at the 5, only because of the price action here. Welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We're trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we just gave out, in addition to any price action opportunities that might occur. Combination of both of those gives us our setups for this morning. We are scalping the market based on ebbs and flows. We're looking for those inflection points that create opportunities to scalp. We're looking for about 2 or 3 points on some of our trades here, and that could change depending on volatility. For the time being, I think 2 or 3 points is doable. And sometimes that might change. The volatility gets pumped up. We might have to go to 4 points or more. It all depends on what is happening at that moment in time. So that's where we're at here. So again, we're using our levels as opportunities, support areas and resistance areas as areas to focus in on. As you can see there in the chat, those are the levels that we are going to use as a guide to the day. They're there to use all day long. And kind of, those are areas that we're going to focus. And then there's also price action trades. So combination of both of those gives us our opportunities to trade. And then again, if any of this stuff interests you, we do offer some education in addition to this room that we offer. The room is every day here. We're here every day, and we're just trying to kind of keep us focused on the market here a little bit, and we focus on the morning hours to give us those opportunities to trade with our trades that we're looking for. As we come down here now to 5.5 against our 5. Again, be careful there, obviously, of the 6. But if you're keeping the 5, 5.5 in there, just 5 and 4 in there, see what happens if they do get down there. I think I'm here to 5 now. See if we can get a little bit of a nice little rotation here off the 5. And we'll see what happens. All right, let's see if we have any numbers coming out this morning. We did have the PCE number come out this morning, which has created this little push here to the upside. All right, nice little trade there against our 05 support. Got down there to 4.5, took just a little bit of heat, and then made a nice little push back up here to the 7 and change. So nice little quick scalp there for us. Again, all we're trying to do is take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market, looking for scalping opportunities. And if you have any extra contracts, trying to see if we can get a little bit more than 2 or 3 points on your trades here. We did have the PCE inflation number that came out this morning. They were expecting plus 0.3, came out at plus 0.3. The core was expecting plus 0.3, came out at plus 0.3. Year to year, we're expecting 2.6, came out at 2.7, and the core 2.7 they were expecting came out at 2.8. Obviously, this is one of the major numbers that the Fed looks at for guidance as far as inflation is concerned, as we now continue to uptick here. Again, if you have any extra contracts, you can take here as a perfect example of being able to take more than 2 or 3 points on the trade here as the market continues to slowly move forward. So this is a nice example of being able to take more than 2 or 3 points, depending on your risk tolerance. Everybody here has different risk tolerances, so not everybody here trades the same way. All right, nice little rotation there against our first support area. Got down to 4.5, so it gave us a nice fill there at 5 and a nice little pop back up. And again, all we're trying to do here is scalp the market against those levels. If you look at the chat, you'll see the levels. we are going to use as a guide to the day. So we had the PCE number come out here, and as far as some commentary on the PCE, this is Financial Times, according to just released data, March headline core CPI inflation are slightly higher than consensus on the core, not the year-to-year, or the year-to-year stuff. Having said that, the miss here is smaller than yesterday, and the monthly readings are in line. Meanwhile, personal spending rose by more than expected, and this is after yesterday's disappointing GDP number. Combination matters. With high inflation is bad for an economy it's still dealing with consequences of the previous price surge, and the Fed having lost some policy credibility. Stagflation is a lot worse for the economy, policies, and markets. Thus, the market just yesterday's reaction and thus today's calmer response, because the inflation numbers were more in line, and this is what the Fed looks at. Focusing on there was an internal inflation number with the GDP that came out yesterday that was higher than expected. All right, so if you did jump in there against 05 here, it's coming right up here to our pivot. So if you did, there's a nice little trade. If you did jump in, upside resistance is up here at the 24 area. Anybody has any questions, again, feel free to ask in the chat. So this is why we have this nice little rotation here after yesterday's sell-off. But yesterday afternoon, the market did kind of rotate really quickly to the upside. And so very tough little trade yesterday afternoon. But again, we focus more on the morning hours to give us our opportunities. So we were good to go by then. All right. Let's see what else we have here as far as numbers are concerned this morning. Consumer sentiment coming out here at 9 o'clock. Could be a little bit of a market mover. We'd like to be flat when those numbers are released. All right, if you did trade against our pivot rotation off the first time to it, you get a nice little opportunity there. Nice little scalping opportunity. Now we're just kind of hanging in here around our pivot area. Kind of neutral right now. Upside resistance is up at the 24 area. Our next downside support is down at 50.97. All right, nice little pop up here. A little resistance around the 24 area now. And if you are long from down below, you're doing a nice little job of holding on, seeing if we can get up here to 24. Nice little opportunity here against. I wish I would have known that this market was going to rally. Who knew, right? I would have told you to hold on no more. But I certainly didn't know. But we had a nice little support area down there, and now we're coming up here to the 24. Got up here to 22.25. Still on the same bar, so we'll see what happens. All right, different bar now. So if you're in there at 23, be a little bit careful. Yeah, be a little bit choppy here. It's a shame. Almost gonna gone home. Almost gonna stop trading if we got up there at 23. It had this little break, but it didn't happen. It's all right. Can't ask for everything, but just be careful there at 23. If you had, you're gonna scale in there. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. All right, we're coming back here to our pivot. Did jump in there against it, try to stay long. It's a little buying opportunity, but only if you're scalping it. Again, just remember we're scalping here. We're obviously, if you have multiple contracts, you can try to take more than a couple points or 3 or 4. Obviously, if we were able to somehow stay long from the 05 below, we're doing a really good job. And that's right up to our green band there. See our green band coming in there at 2175. Some of you trade the green band. If you did that, you did all right. Because we just missed the 23 by a couple of picks, but you got in there at 22 and change. Again, we do have different opportunities here, different price action plays. I bring some up, but our price action plays are part of our coaching classes that we offer. Anything that I say as far as trades are concerned, or any levels that we give out, or any other setups that we have, are definitely taught in our coaching classes that we offer. Those are our levels there, as you can see, that we use as a guide to the day. So we kind of went right up against the green band there, where we have 24, and so we'll see what happens if we go back up there. I'll be a little bit careful there at 23, and kind of come back here to our pivot, so kind of neutral again here a little bit. All right. Again, there was a little buying opportunity there against the pivot there. If you did jump in and wanted to get long, there was a little area there where you could have gotten long, take a little bit of a scalping opportunity. Now we're just kind of hanging out here. All right. So again, we're kind of back into this range that we were at all morning. So kind of neutral as far as that's concerned. We did have a couple of rotations there for us against our first support level, and then, well, depending on how aggressive you wanted to be, and if we traded our 22 area, we had 24. We didn't get filled there on 23, but if we traded our green band there, we had a nice little trading opportunity. Now we're just kind of back here into this range area that we've been at most of the morning. We do have consumer sentiment coming out here at the top of the hour, so we'll see what that affects us. We'd like to be flat when those numbers are released. All right. All right, so now we're upticking back up here again. If you're in the 23, be a little bit careful there, depending on your risk tolerance. Again, we like to scale around the level, so I like to scale in a point above and below. And again, we're just chopping around here a bit. Again, very important to be a little bit patient here and wait for opportunities to present themselves. Let's see if this number does anything for. We like to also, like I said, be flat when numbers are released. So we'll see. We're coming back up here to these interim highs. Again, we have to be a little bit careful there against 23 if if you're going to jump in there at 23. And for some odd reason, my charts are frozen. So, I don't know what's going on there. Um, hmm. Don, you there? All right. Well, we're coming up here to the 24 area again. All right, my charts are frozen, so I don't obviously not doing a good job. Well, they're up here at the 24 area. All right, let's see what it wants to do. Again, be a little bit careful here.
What you need?
My charts are frozen, so maybe you can put your charts up there.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what is going on here. Why did that happen all of a sudden? Just completely stopped.
How's that?
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. All right. We're coming up here. We're up here to the 24 area. Again, keep your stops in place. We're not going to love anything. Obviously, there was a lot riskier trade because of the way the market traded prior to that. So we're coming up there to 22 and change. So we definitely lowering our risk here a little bit. Okay. What's the chart on the left there? That's 1 minute. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. That's good. I would continue to uptick here a little bit. I don't know what's going on with my charts. Let me try to X out. Can you take over for a little bit while I try to figure out what's going on here?
Sure.
All right, upticking here. Again, the riskier trade was there because of the way the price action was prior to that. We kind of warned you about that a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's wrong with my charts for the time being. I'm going to try to get this working. So you take over for a little bit until I try
Okay.
to figure it out.
Yeah, next level up is going to be 34. I got a little sitting there at around 30. And this level, we're working at 24 zone right now. I have no idea what this thing's going to do now. Saul will be back here shortly. He's working on his charts. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I can post the numbers in the chat for those that came in late. There's the numbers that we're trading off of and around of. And if you notice, I'm trading on a bunch of intermediate stuff in there. I'll move this down to 34 since that's a number. I did not check to see if there was any news out this morning. Let's see, Friday. Revised consumer sentiment.
Okay, Don, could you stop sharing? I got it.
Sure can.
Okay.
How's that?
All right, that's good. Let me get back up here. All right. I don't know what happened there. just kind of froze there for a little bit, but we're back. All right, that's a good thing.
We got news out at 9.
Yeah, we have a small number, 9 o'clock here, consumer sentiment coming out here at 9 o'clock. We'll see if that creates anything for us. Kind of ran through here. We had a nice little double top there against our the 21 area there, as you can see, and then once we got through it, kind of flushed through. Then now we're coming up here, 34 areas, our next area that we're gonna focus in on a little bit. All right, next level looking at here is the 34. And we'll see what this number brings out here. Again, it's a it's a revision, but still, we don't like to have any positions out when numbers are released. All right, market upticking here, got up to 30 and change there, coming back down here a little bit. Very bullish market these days. The just the fear of yesterday's well, bonds also rallying a little bit, so helping the yields a little bit. But again, tough to figure out what these markets are doing. They had a nice big rotation there. We were looking to go lower, then all of a sudden completely reversed and popping back up here. So that's why we don't try to get we don't try to hold positions. We are just trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market in any given day, any given moment, versus trying to hold the positions for long term moves. But it's not what we do here. I mean, our long term moves are based on if you get in at a nice entry point and are able to scalp it for more than 3, 4, 5 points. We could have done that with the downside support there at 5. If I knew we were going to rally all the way up here, I would have told you just hold on to them. We'll get out at like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. But who knew? And now we're just kind of hanging up here. And a little resistance around 34. But we do have a number coming out here in about a minute. So you can look at the ladder ticket there. You can see that they've really thinned out the ladder ticket. There's 20s all the way up and down the ladder ticket. So, you know, something's up and the number is out. Okay, the orders come Again, there's only 10 and 20 lots in there. You know that something's up when they really thin out the ladder ticket. There's no 100 lots up and down the ladder ticket anywhere. All right, and again, we got a little resistance up here at 34. Again, there's a number, so we're flat. We don't have anything going on. A little support would be around the 20 area. All right, pushing up here to these interim highs. We're looking at the 34 areas, our next level of resistance. Again, you're always keeping your stops in place. We're not loving any trades we put on. All right, gonna just kind of hanging up here. Again, with support right around 20. Upside resistance up here at 34. See what that brings, if anything. Now we're coming up here to these interim highs. We're looking at the 34 area as our next area that we're going to be focused in on. And the support would be back around the 20 area. Again, obviously, got back down there. Again, whatever you do, you're always going to keep your stops in place. As we continue to uptick here a little bit. Looking at the 34 area here a touch. All right, coming right up here to 34. All right, giving us a nice quick 2-point rotation there against the 34. Again, all we're trying to do here is take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. All right, we did get right up to 34 there. You should have got filled, and then nice little quick rotation back down to 32. You should have got filled on that too. And coming back up here, you got 35. That would be your, if you can get out of everything. Consumer sentiment came in at 77.2 versus 77.9, which were they were expecting. Things their path. right, now be careful there at 35, only because we closed the bar. So if we didn't get to 35, obviously we didn't get up there, got up to 34 and a half and come off. So not have the 35 in there anymore. Next level we're looking at is up at 42. The market here makes nice little rotation off of yesterday's low and yesterday's sell-off. And yesterday's sell-off was incorporated. They were worried about the inflation component of the GDP number. They're a little bit more relaxed because the PCE numbers that came out were within line. Not well, they were within line. So, all right, nice rotation here against our 34 area. Again, if you were trying to stay short, you're getting a nice little rotation here back to the downside. All right, definitely would cover them right around here if you're staying short here. And you have to take some, if you take trading multiple contracts, you're taking some profits, and then trying to see if you get this runner going. See if we can't get a nice rotation here and get a little bit more than 2 or 3 points on the trade. And if you did that, you had a nice little pop here. It's like 7 or 8 points, depending on how you managed it. And a little support right now still be at 20 if you were trying to hold it till there. Again, everybody here trades a little bit differently. Everybody has different risk tolerances. Not everybody here trades the same way. If you were able to get in with one lot, take your profits, nothing wrong with that. If you were able to get in, take some profits with multiple contracts, take some more profits, and then keep something for a push down. We said cover them down there at 25. You had a nice little trade and nice little pop back up here. If you did buy them against that little support area that I might have mentioned where I said I would cover them down there, have a nice little scalp as well. All right, let's we're moving around. We just got run over on the 24 there a little bit, but and we adjusted a little bit because of the price action just prior to that. So hopefully you lessen your risk there. But we did do all right on the 34 here, and we've had some price action trades that worked out very nicely for us as well. So maybe we're able to take advantage of those. All right, now we're upside is up at 42. That's our next upside resistance. You can see the spike there at 40. So with like playing the spike, keep that in mind. All right, continue to uptick here. We're looking at the next level upside is 42. All right, market staying strong here a little bit. The next level that we're looking at is up at the 42 area. All right, we're looking at the 42 area next is our next level of resistance. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. We're just trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. Chicago did get the number one draft, and I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. But some people are saying he's not. But I think he's the real deal. We'll see. All right, market continues to uptick. We're looking at the 42 area. We mentioned the 40 area for those of you who are a little aggressive. All right, they just got up here, 38, come back down here. We're looking at the 42 area next. Now we're just kind of hanging here on these interim highs. We're looking at the 42 area next. A little support we suggested earlier was 20, and when we got down to 25, that's just the little area there was a little support when I said that we should cover any shorts. And now we're back up here. All right, well, we got up to 30 and change there and came off. And now it's kind of floating back down here. A little support would still be around the 25 area. Kind of in the middle here. Be a little careful. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here on these interim highs. We're looking at the 42. Again, a little resistance there at 40, only if you're a little aggressive. And what we call interim resistance or support. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here and just kind of doing nothing much. 42 is the level of, so we're looking at. All right, well, we're just kind of hanging here. A little support would be around 25, upside at 42, and right now they pulled the plug here a little bit. Not doing much. All right, market just kind of, they really pulled the plug here in the last 20 minutes. Just kind of hanging here on these interim highs. Uh, support right now would be around 25. All right, well, we're just kind of hanging up here on these highs. We're looking at the 42 next. We have to be a little bit patient here. This is what I like to call a no trade zone when this happens. There's not much we could do in this little range game here unless you're a range player, but I'm not. So just hanging here and waiting. All right, we're just again. They seem to pull the plug here quickly. Now we're getting ourselves in a little bit of a range. Again, I'm not a range player. You are taking advantage of this. Like I said, I'm not a range player, so I don't get involved in this. I'm just looking downside support of be around 25. All right, market down ticking here a bit. Going at 25 is a little support area. All right, sure. Can we repeat the levels again in the chat? All right, quickly coming down here to the 25 area. All right, nice little pop there against the 25. Got right up, right down to 25. Came right back up here. Again, you're going to scale around there because we're not going to be perfect sometimes. And if you scaled in at 26 or so, you're getting a nice little 2-point rotation. No. All right. Again, you gotta just scale around there a little bit. I know it's got right down to 25. I'd be at 25, obviously. Might not have gotten filled because it just ticked down there for a quick second. And then rotate back up here. But that was a little support area that we talked about. Had to be a little bit patient. Again, it's an area. I know it's not. Sometimes you have your order in there and you just don't get filled. Stuff happens, but if you scale around it, maybe you were able to jump into that area. Again, you have to be a little bit patient there. I mean, we were doing nothing there for a little bit, 20 minutes or so, just kind of hanging, and then all of a sudden they flushed it down to a little buying support area, and you're getting a nice rotation here off of that level. And nice little pop back up here in case, again, it's a matter of just being a little bit patient there and waiting to find a good opportunity, instead of just kind of jumping in there in that upside range game that it was doing, because it could easily pop back up or it could easily have rotated back down. At least we were, you had your order, you have to have your order in place, obviously, to get filled, because even if you got in there at 5 and change, I was there for literally a quick second. All right, there are the levels again. Thanks there, Pat. All right, so nice little rotation there. Off of that little support that we talked about, our upside resistance is still up at the 42 area.
For those that haven't transitioned from guest to subscriber in our Zoom service, I just posted the Honor Your Host 50% off. Take a moment and take care of it now.
All right, market here coming back up here to these interim highs. We're looking at 42, our next area of resistance. We had a little buying opportunity there at 25. Had to wait there a bit for it, but finally we were able to get filled. All right, we still get us back into that little range game that they were at, and now we're back into that little area, having a little bit of trouble jumping through it. All right, again, just getting a little choppy back into that same range we were at earlier. But at least we had a push back down to that 25. Oh no, only if you're very aggressive would you retest the 25. Take that as support again. All right. Again, we're stuck in this range, kind of going nowhere fast. Uh, we were lucky enough for it to flush down to the 25 area to give us a little opportunity here. And now we're just kind of floating back into this range that nothing was going on. So it is what it is. All right. Well, we've got in range game again, unfortunately, but hey, it's all right. Can't complain. At least the markets gave us a push down to 25 and came back up, and it's all right. Let's come back up here. At least it was nice to us. And, now we just have to hang loose here a bit. Again, upside resistance up there at 42. Again, we focus on the morning hours as we're coming here to the end of our morning session. We have to be, understand that we're not going to be here watching the market kind of do the same thing. You have our levels there that are there to use all day long. You too, Philip. Have a great weekend. All right, they are mired in this little range again, so let's be patient. All right, we are just again. Sometimes you just can't get away from this range game. The market plays. That's okay. You have to take the good with the bad, and you have to be patient and wait for the market to give us an opportunity. Most important thing, as far as we're concerned, I think, is to show some patience and waiting for a market, an opportunity that at least will feels good enough for us to jump in. Not saying that that opportunity will be good when it gets there, just saying that it's a better opportunity than trying to play this range game, which again, like I said, I'm not really too good at doing. But some people like to play the range. I just don't. But we're back into this range here for a bit. Next side upside resistance is up at the 42, and downside support right now. We already tested the 25. It'd be very aggressive of you if you go retest it again. I would probably say there's some better support back at 20 if you're going to do anything. But also make sure you keep your stop in place. Also, the pivot there's some more quasi support. We already tested our first support level on the downside at 05. So, we can get through all those other support areas. Then we'll go, probably get down. We'll go down below 5 and get down to 50.97. If we don't hold any of those other levels, there are other levels there, like I said, some at 20, some at 15. We get through there, then we start down ticking, then probably go retest go to those lows there at 15.97, which is the next level that we have now at 15.97. And if you look at the hourly, could go retest the hourly spike there at 05. But again, we don't know which way it's going to go. All we can do is just be patient and wait for the market to give us an opportunity. Right now, our next opportunity is up at the 42, and downside support is maybe 20, only because we tested the 25. So not too keen on that one. It's still there, but again, I'm not going to take it on. I mean, again, you could. All depends on your risk tolerance. All right. All right, we're going to stop it here a little bit earlier today, only because there's just not much going on. But we gave you parameters. At least I'm going to stop. Give you the parameters here. Just kind of focus in on. Still got the 42 above. And then we give you those other levels above that. And then 42, then 54, and then 64. A nice rotation here off of the push to the downside yesterday, kind of eliminated that rotation. And now we're just kind of hanging here, trying to see where the market wants to go next. But as long as we get some opportunity, that's all we can ask for. And hopefully we were able to take advantage of some of the trades that we mentioned this morning. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We'll get back here in a bit.
Thanks, Saul, for a great long session. This is a group coaching session focused on the S&P 500 E-mini. I just posted the honor your host opportunity. Don't be a piker. Make sure you're signed up for this service. Make sure you're signed up for this group coaching session. For those that are doing one-on-one coaching, make sure you're signed up for this and paid. This is the group coaching session that supplements the one-on-one coaching sessions. Daytradingmarkets.org is the URL to drop right into the Zoom, our Zoom home base. This is an opportunity for individuals that are looking to do better at their trading if they're currently trading. We're focused on doing one thing and doing it well, which is price action trading the S&P 500 E-mini contract. Very easy to switch based on your trading platform into trading the S&P 500 E-mini contract. Check your platform to see if it's available. Review our charts. There's 2 time frames for the S&P 500 E-mini and a 30-year bond chart. Put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. Try to, if you want to, copy, recreate Saul's chart in your world. Turn your system to simulation trading until you get good at it. We're here to help you bridge the gap from being a new trader, not knowing what you're doing, to a trader set up to get going, set up with simulation so that you can work this entrepreneurial endeavor. We work with experienced traders that are looking to really focus in on trading one thing and doing it well, ultimately for both parties to develop consistent profitability in their trading. This is a great opportunity to do a Q&A. If you have any questions about trading, questions about this price action trading opportunity, questions about your trade along coach, don't hesitate to ask. Come into Zoom directly and ask your question. If you want to say something on the mic, good, bad, or ugly, I'll give you the opportunity. Just got to raise your hand, post your question, raise your hand, and then I'll let you have the microphone. We like questions here. We like to help people make the transition from where they are to where they'd like to be. You know, that's a very good question. We had a question about Saul's background. If you're not familiar with the trading pits in Chicago, aka the CME Group trading floor, Saul started down there many moons ago as a younger fellow, cut his teeth down there, in my opinion, up against the best traders in the world. He's actively scalping the S&P 500 E-mini for his own trading account. He is working with a select group of traders, you guys, you gals, in the art of honing your own skills based on a price action trading methodology. He sets key levels for his own trading. He gives them out to everybody as coaching levels. I think you'll quickly pick up that Saul's levels, he calls them a trading advantage for himself based on a trading session, the morning session, today's morning session, Monday's morning session, Tuesday's morning session, and so on. He gives them out to everybody. Today's levels were as follows. Hey, Chandu, how are you today? Welcome. I'm going to scroll back. We have the honor your host post. Take care of that. We had 51.15 as the pivot. That was a pivot he set for his own trading. It gave him out as a coaching level. Resistance at 51.24, 51.34, 51.42, 51.54, and 51.64. That was on the upside resistance. Below we had 51.05, 50.97, 88, 79, and 71. Now, those are the areas that he has set for interest, areas and zones that he set for interest on checking out the action of price in and around those levels as a trading advantage to him based on his price action trading methodology, his entries, exits, and stops. You know, when you're setting up a trade, the most important thing, but obviously the downside stop is important. That is a risk assessment on your part on where to place the stop. It's a risk assessment on your part when it comes to expanding based on the action of price, so you don't get stopped at as easily, but it is a risk play. The entries, exits are where the price action trading strategy comes into place in and around one of these pre-mapped out levels. Where do you look, you know, pre-mapped out levels and zones? Where do you set a trade? Fade trade, momentum trade, short trade, long trade. What are you looking to pick up on that trade? Why did you get into the trade? That's all taught. That's an opportunity for you to learn that, have that reinforced so that you can make, you know, starting out, you can be set off on the right foot. And as an experienced trader, you can start to make better trades for yourself based on that opportunity. So think about that for a second. Who's going to teach you how to trade? I don't know if there's many people out there I'd like to teach me how to trade. I happen to like Saul because he's real. He's focused. He's got a decent personality. He knows how to dance. I should say dance in the markets, right? And he's available. You know, not too often do we have somebody of his caliber able to help us in an opportunity to be an entrepreneur, help us in an opportunity to help work the market from an educational point of view only. You know, sometimes we get spun up here and we don't want to be. You know, Saul is not calling trades. This is an educational format only, not to be taken as trading or investment advice. Your opportunity is to learn how to trade for yourself. You take the action based on your trading at your own risk. That's the nature of the beast for investments, I believe, in general, that have risks associated with them. In this case, we've picked an instrument that we feel, based on our opinion, is highly liquid. You can make money on the upside and the downside. In other words, you can make money when the market is going up. Then you can take a trade and take advantage of that. When the market is going down on a short side, you could take advantage of that opportunity by shorting the market. And the S&P 500 E-mini gives us the ability to work it based on the action of price in the S&P 500 E-mini and just witness the charts. If you don't have charts yet, ask. We can get you set up with charts. In other words, we have a affiliate that we work with that can set you up with charts, can set you up with a trading platform. You can build your world out utilizing that platform. Set yourself up for simulation only until you get good at this. If you are currently trading and you're set up with charts, switch your charts to the S&P 500 E-mini, switch your order entry to the S&P 500 E-mini, set yourself up to trade it, set your account to simulation, plot for new and experienced traders, plot Saul's levels, his coaching levels and zones, his coaching levels / zones, plot them, learn how to plot them. If you don't know how, ask. take a one-on-one coaching session. And again, we utilize this service, this coaching session, as a separate service for those that are part of the one-on-one coaching to come in. So take advantage of the discount and be part of it. For those that are joining us based on your socials, take a moment in time based on this session and why don't we take a pause now? Right now it is 11:02 a.m. on April 26, 2024. This is a group coaching session focused on the S&P 500 E-mini, setting traders up to trade, helping traders that are trading to switch over and develop consistent profitability in their trading based on being taught, schooled, mentored. If you're looking to trade and pick up a couple $100 a day, $200, $300, $400, $500, that's what we're looking for. We're doing one contract and rolling into two contracts and so on based on the multiplier of risk and reward. Don't ever forget the risk. People tell you there's no risk in trading, run. People tell you that they never lose, run. If people act like they never lose, run. Find some place to hang. You know, based on your socials, take a moment to like us. You know, if we're already liked, like us again. Like us on top of that like. Heart us on top of a heart, or heart us. Repost us. Find us in our home base. Go to our home base and look at the various days' work that we've done. Like that, post that, like that, repost it. Daytradingmarkets.org is our URL. If you can distribute that around, that'd be great. Based on everybody should have an opportunity to try. There's a lot of shifting going on out there as far as employments. This is a great opportunity to have a side hustle. Learn how to trade as a living, serious hobby. It's our belief that everybody should have the right to try as long as you understand the risks associated with it. One of the keys to our program here is that we have the opportunity through one of our affiliates to get set up to trade somebody else's money, where somebody else will fund you to trade. You don't need to have risk capital. You have to have money to get into business for yourself. You have to have the time, make the effort, set yourself up to do it. Who are you going to learn from? Well, you have the opportunity to do that through Sol here if you take the steps on your end to get that done. Daytradingmarkets.org is the URL to come into the service, come into the home base on Zoom. But we ask you in the meantime to like us, heart us, repost us, share us, daytradingmarkets.com within your socials. If you are talented, know how to set us up with a reel, that would be great. If you can distribute us to our, or out to interested parties based on some of the other socials like TikTok or Instagram or one of the other socials out there. But definitely within our current social group, take the time to do that. I noticed over the last couple of days, you've done a great job doing that. Some of you have redone it. Some of you have taken the time to do it. Some of you are looking forward to doing it for us, and we appreciate it. And we appreciate you doing that for us. You know, day trading the market has been around for a long time. Access to trading platforms, the ability for you to be an independent contractor has only gotten better based on the access to the internet, the access to apps and programs, the access to charting platforms, the access to brokerage firms, futures commission merchants that set people up to trade based on a trading account. You know, that's really the easy part. You know, a lot of individuals think that trading is pretty easy because they are set up to trade. There is a difference, and I think you might pick it up pretty quickly here. even based on this discussion, there is a huge difference between somebody who sets themselves up to trade in trades, whether they're self-taught or not, and somebody that is being schooled in the art of trading by somebody, in this case, the caliber of Saul, who was actively scalping current in his trading talent, current based on his action within the marketplace as a current trader at risk, that you have the ability to learn and become the difference between a trader and a professional trader or a very versed, experienced trader. You know, that's the difference in the world between being okay at something and doing it sort of not great, and really being able to come to your screens with confidence and discipline and a backup, you know, somebody to coach and mentor you as you are doing it and developing consistent profitability and helping you maintain that consistent profitability by their coaching and educational efforts with you as an individual. You know, the group coaching session is great for people to get started. Then having the one-on-one sessions with Saul is a great way to really delve in deep into your opportunity and then come out of that one-on-one coaching session into this group coaching session as a supplement to what you're learning during the one-on-one sessions. That's why we encourage people to subscribe to both. You know, whatever you're doing with Saul in the one-on-one space, and also if you are coming into this coaching session, make sure you're paid up and don't be a piker. You know, a piker is an individual, in our opinion, that is somebody that just gets something for free, keeps wandering around into the free verse, ends up, in my opinion, hurting themselves. But you know, that's them. I'm not sure you want to be one of those. Take it seriously. Work to a goal. Work to the idea of in simulation to be able to manage yourself based on a price action trading methodology, one that's taught by Saul. Work the market in and around his coaching levels. Track your P&L. One of the suggestions that we have or have had is that you should switch up your P&L in your trading platform to track not dollars, but points. You know, there's a number of gaming communities out there. If you can get the word out to the gaming communities, that's great. We love gamers, individuals that know how to work their mouse, keyboard, and screen. Gamers looking to pick up a buck for themselves by trading the market. You don't have to be a gamer to do this, but we like the gamer community. We also like to set our, you know, you can win a game, right? So the mentality on your end could switch to a gamer mentality where you're not looking in the fear and greed cycle, where you're watching yourself up $300 and then down $150 and then panic. When you're looking at points, I think it gives you a different perspective at looking at how the market is rewarding you versus the idea of having dollars staring in your face on an up and down cycle based on price movement, based on the trade that you set up. That is something that we can help you with. Hey, Shandu, let me know if you're back, Shandu. Hey, Philip Van, you're signed up, right? Let me know back in chat. It, you know, somebody will look it up and let me know, but I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. We had a nice group of individuals coming in that are new, some experienced into our Zoom home base session. Daytradingmarkets.org, again, is the home base. take a moment, if you're part of Twitter X, to join our community. It's on our home base. Just started it. Day Trading Markets community. We had a few people recently join, and we appreciate it. If you're joining us in X, take a moment and register for daytradingmarkets.org so that you can come directly into Zoom, ask questions, interact, get yourself set up with one of our affiliates to have your own trading platform, set yourself up for a private trader consultation. If you'd like to do that, we're open for that. Support those that are open to working with you based on your interest. Remember, procrastination is not a decision. Make a decision to do what you need to do for yourself. Go through some of the sessions, follow us, like us, go through some of the sessions that we've done that are posted in our socials on Facebook. Follow us in YouTube. Follow us in Twitch if you're on Twitch. And again, if you know how to take our stuff, do reels and get them out, that would be great. Appreciate it. Day trading is a contact sport. It has risk and reward associated with it. A lot of traders come to us that have been trading quite possibly other instruments, but just not getting it done for themselves. And they want to focus on trading one thing and doing it well and learning from somebody who is doing it and not confusing them in a group environment where you've got a bunch of yahoos in there, cheering and crying based on what they claim to be trades. Not big fans of that. As a observer, write down the levels. Pay attention based on looking up the S&P 500 E-mini. See how the market reacted, changed, moved based on Sol's pre-mapped out levels. Sol's pre-mapped out levels. It's a very big telltale for those that are really interested in profitability, attaining the skill set to do this on your own, attain the skill set to work the markets for a 2.5 period of time, morning session, right after the opening bell, coming into the opening bell as Sol sets his levels, paying attention to the action of price, and going from there. We've had a number of people come out of our socials, which is great, to join us live in our Zoom room. Appreciate it. Working and helping those people get set up. Got a couple of people that are looking for charts, trading platform. We provided the links to them to communicate with our affiliates. A couple are interested in earning a funded trading account, and we're turning them on to those affiliates that work with individuals to help them do that. That was one of the big barriers of entry into trading, is that you needed to have your own risk capital. In this case, you're setting yourself up as an entrepreneur based on setting up your business, and you have the opportunity to earn a funded trading account through as an entrepreneur, as an individual contributor, with an entity that can set you up with the ability to have a funded opportunity so you don't need to have that risk capital. That to me is a game changer for a lot of people. Game changer. And if you want to participate in that game changing opportunity, take action. So we had a number of people join our community within X/Twitter or Twitter/X, day trading markets community. So look up under communities, look up day trading markets and day trading markets community. Appreciate that. We had a number of individuals follow us, heart us, extra heart us in our various posts. Distribution in X/Twitter. Appreciate it. If you haven't done it, take the time now. Our followers are growing nicely and we appreciate it. So thanks for following us, taking the time to do that. Appreciate it. Same thing with Facebook. Same thing with YouTube. Same thing with Twitch. We tried to go out to Instagram, but there was an issue with that. I'm not sure what it was. That's why we ask individuals if they can make up a reel for us and send it out to those that are interested in Instagram. Same thing with TikTok. We just don't have the followers in that to be able to do it the right way. I don't know if you saw our stop sign. We have a red stop sign that we post from time to time, based on a post. And it says, it's like a video draw based on Sal's education back to Zoom. But it says, stop being a trading loser. And then encourages individuals to come in and check Sal out to see if they want him to help them bridge the gap from where they are to being not a trading loser anymore, to be a trading winner. And that has garnered us some attention out there. You'll see that in on X. And I'm not sure where else we posted that. We might have posted that in Facebook. That got some interesting attention out there. So right now it is 11:21 a.m. on April 26, 2024. Everything we do is for educational purposes only, not to be taking direct trading or investment advice. This is a reach out for those that are looking to set themselves up as an independent contractor, as an intraday market trader / day trader, looking to work the market. The success goal is to pick up $200, $300, $400, $500 a day based on your entrepreneurial effort. Sal is a 25-year veteran of the trading pits in Chicago. He worked his morning session here as a group coaching session at a good trading morning. We're looking to bank our money, looking for individuals to bank their money, 2.5 hours of active participation in the market as a trader. We're converting traders from what they're trading into the S&P 500 E-mini to help them focus on one thing and do it well with a mentor trading educator. We have trading platforms available. We have trading account capital available. New and experienced traders Watch, listen, learn to unlock your personal earning power by trading. That's right. Simulation, setting yourself up with a trading account based on you as an individual, and then practice based on simulation is the way to go. Some people use simulation trading accounts. It tends to drive up their ego because they can whip them around with no real downside. What we encourage you to do is to trade, work the market based on a discipline, in this case, a price action trading discipline. Simulation trading has come a long way. Simulating against real-time data with one contract in the S&P 500 E-mini. You track your P&L. We mentioned earlier to switch it to points versus dollars so that you can win a game or win the game without being overwhelmed by the dollars, the greed and fear cycle that comes with reviewing or being sort of focused in on the dollar amount, good, bad, or ugly. We would encourage you from a coaching point of view, strip down and focused on the action of price and strip down your overwhelming output that comes with building complicated charts, all the different bells and whistles that are available within a trading platform. Reduce its output to you so that you can focus. The output that I would suggest is an economic calendar, a news source that's good, not a lagging news source, but a source that can give you things that are happening ahead of other people. And they're out there. In other words, it gives you information about things that have broken, hot news, something that could potentially move the market before it hits CNBC or some of these other ones that are giving, in my opinion, just my opinion, you're getting things after the fact and you are playing catch-up ball. So there are breaking news services, and I think that's a good idea. I think having an economic calendar to figure out when things are coming out that are scheduled and not be in the market during those times and let the market come back into focus after, and then work your entries, exits, and stops based on the action of price after the market gets pushed around or moves or has an issue with whatever information pops out of the Fed, pops out of economic releases. The ones that are obvious, you got to know about them. The ones that are impactful, that could change the market or have a overly impactful market moving effect, you want to get a handle on that also, so you're not spun up in it and end up getting stopped out. And what happens, and I hate to say this, is that people get pretty good at this, but they'll run themselves into a scenario where there's something coming out. They may know or have an idea where the market may go, but it'll stop them out and then go where it was going to go. People are pretty smart, right? Everybody noodleizes, mentalizes on the opportunity to make money in the market. So people come to this endeavor with some brain power. Too often I see that people overdo it with the brain power, complicate charts, overdo their charts, complicate what they're created out of their trading platform that they believe is a way to beat the other person by creating, I call it mentalizing on the markets, your trading platform. We try to strip it all away and simply work the market based on price action and what it has to offer. Saul has learned to go to his screens and set levels that he looks to count on, levels and zones that he's looking to count on and take trades at. And I think you may quickly figure out, but we let you figure it out, that Saul's levels, his coaching levels, are pretty darn good levels as a reference and an actionable point to quite possibly take trades, but every day is different. But if you get Saul's looking for a trading advantage by setting these levels, you may be able to pick up on that as a trading advantage, see what Saul sees, and act on it. Trading in and around these key levels and zones, Saul utilizes setting those levels and zones as opportunity points and a trading advantage for him. He gives them out to you as a participants in his Zoom room, based on the relationship, based on you learning how to act when it comes to your entries, exits, and stops, price action trading in and around these levels and zones. You're looking to pick up 2 points plus on each trade. You're generally defending at 2 points. And where the magic happens, the sweet spot, is the entries and exits. Before you get into a trade, you need to really be schooled and understand why you're getting in a trade. What's the benefit to you? What's the outcome? And you got to manage the outcome. And that, in our opinion, is taught. It's taught by you doing it. It's taught by you being adjusted and tweaked by somebody who knows how to do it. And that's what the offer is based on this service. So if you're connecting to us via your socials, come into our Zoom room, come into the home base, be part of it, take the steps so you can be part of it. Daytradingmarkets.org, daytradingmarkets.org, O-R-G, is the URL you put into your browser, and it's a direct registration as a guest pass into Zoom, Saul's home base. We appreciate those that have come in already, got themselves set up, or taken action for themselves. Nobody can twist anybody's arm to take action. That's completely up to you. You're at risk. You're at reward. You may know somebody that is interested in these opportunities. Take a moment to, for those that are just popping in, review our charts. Check out how, so when you look at our charts, you'll see 2 time frames for the S&P 500 E-mini, and you can see how the chart is constructed. Very simply represented. The idea here is that when Saul sets his levels, he plots those levels. He plots those levels into his order entry. His levels and zones as those opportunity points. So his charts don't need to be busy. Don't need to be complicated. Don't need to feed you information that could throw you off the trade. And then he has a 30-year bond chart. Some people come in and try to, unpack, critique the charts. And if you get a little bit deeper into what they're trying to communicate, and you find out that they've been doing this for a while, they have set themselves up a particular way to do it, and they've reinforced it over time. But if you ask them the ultimate question, how you doing in your trading, and they're struggling. They need help. They're looking for help. It may take them a while to figure out who to get the help from. A lot of times you got to throw out the stuff that you are sort of trapped in. Simplifying your approach, simplifying your approach down to price action trading, witnessing Saul's levels and zones and how the market behaves is really the first level of belief. Listening to Saul, hearing his trading education vis-a-vis his levels. It's quite an eye-opener for individuals out there. There are individuals out there that may have a handle on trading, but they really do appreciate Saul's levels, and they'll just come in and subscribe to the service to receive his levels. And again, that's the old piker comment, don't be a piker. Make sure that you're honoring yourself and your coach by subscribing to his coaching session within the Zoom environment. That's called karma, right? That's our way of saying don't be a piker, is don't end up messing yourself up with bad karma. I don't think it needs any more further explanation than that. The other thing that I always find interesting is that as a trader, you really want to know why, right? You really want to know why you should enter here, why you should protect your downside there, based on your stop. How do I work a trade so I don't get stopped out or stopped out as often? Now think about that for a minute. When you enter a trade, you're entering a trade for a reason. It's really what you're looking to pick up based on your profit. Your profit target looks good based on how this trade is setting up into the 2 points plus range. But when you get into a trade, you're defending it with your stop based on, the day's stop placement, right? Based on momentum and follow through. But then you have the concepts of what, right? You have the concept of where do you get out of that trade? Well, you're looking to originally get out of that trade at a profit. You're looking at 2 points plus. Now, your exit strategy, some people think, well, the exit is my stop. Well, that's not the case. I mean, think about it for a minute. Your exit strategy could be picking up a point, not quite getting to your 2 points plus, or before you get stopped out, something fundamental happens in that trade that you pick up on because you start to get good at this and you're picking up the art form And when you got into the trade, you had the right idea, but then something fundamentally changed and you got to get out. Well, why are you going to let yourself get stopped out? Let's say you have a 4-point stop based on the action of price. Well, you may pull out because the market changed based on your price action trading technique, what you've learned, what you've come to learn, what you've made your own. You get right out. Now you're only down a 0.5 point instead of suffering your stop. That's key to understanding what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. And it's also key to understanding how to ask questions, how to interact with your trade loan coach, how to ask him how to get stopped out as often, how to ask him, oh, I was going into this trade. This is what I thought going in. This is how I got out of that trade. What do you think, Saul? And that, you're looking for an answer. And looking for an answer that you can help adjust your tweak yourself to do better on the next trade. I mean, you may not get it right away. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes awareness. It takes concentration. It takes a willingness to learn. Right? A willingness to learn. The old concept of perfect practice makes perfect, but there's also do you think a golfer all of a sudden is really good at golf? They take lessons. And if they want to go onto the pro golfing circuit or they want to win, based on the bets that they place against their foursome, well, they hire somebody that's good at what they do to help them shave points off their game, shots off their game. It's the same thing in trading. You look for somebody that can help you, work with you, adjust and tweak you so you can get better at your craft. And when it comes to money, who else are you going to pick? You may not be able to rely on yourself to help critique yourself. You really need somebody to help you adjust and tweak yourself, give you the feedback that you need, and then what? Hey, you're doing really well. Oh, you got better at that. Oh, maybe you want to look at it this way. This is what I did based on that particular area. That's a great one for Saul because Saul generally is what? He's involved. He is scalping for his own trading account. He's laying out the same levels or his levels for his own benefit in his own trade and believes it gives him a trading advantage over other traders. You're getting those same levels as coaching levels. So when you ask him a question and he is trading, may have traded at the same level, he worked the market based on his entries, exits, and also his stops. He may have done more than one contract at a time. You can ask him about that. Because when you start to get better at this, you can do the same. He ups his risk and reward, but when he ups his risks and reward, he only has to do a couple trades well to bank his money for the day if he's doing more than one contract. Let's say you're picking up $200, $300, $400, $500. You get good at this based on your trading morning, and then you get good enough to be able to up your contract size. Well, then there's a multiple benefit to that, off the risk and reward. And you have the opportunity to practice in that environment and end up being good at it. Got a few more people pop in. Thank you. We're working with them in the background. Daytradingmarkets.org coming directly into our Zoom home base where all the action happens. If you were out in one of our socials, take a moment, just pop it in, or you popped in from yesterday, or you've been in. Do us a favor and follow us. Join our Day Trading Markets community in X or on X. Look for us in Facebook. Look for us on Twitch, in YouTube. Follow us and like us. Scroll through our posts that we've been doing over these days and like us, share us. If you see a like in there already or a thumbs up, hit it again. You know, we like multiples of those. It really helps out with the algorithms. We're just about to break into additional followers. The tail on it is 199. We're trying to break 200. That's the tail. We're one away from breaking the tail. We appreciate it. Thank you. And that's new. And that's new because you have been doing it, and we appreciate it. You know, if there's an individual out there, individuals that like the have the talent to be able to do a reel, you know, get a reel out, put a reel together based on you know, the morning session, the group coaching session, that would be great. As a drive back to register for daytradingmarkets.org, you know, with a free guest pass to come into our home base, our Zoom room. We're coming into 12 noon. We're going to wind this down. We appreciate you. Happy weekend. Happy Friday. Before you check out, join us, register for, so you get an email to come into our live Zoom experience. Daytradingmarkets.org. When you register with the right email so you can get the email to come in. If you don't get the email, re-register at daytradingmarkets.org. Change your email up if you don't get it. Had a nice group of people join us. We appreciate it. Again, if you like what we're doing here, tell your friends, your chat rooms, your trading rooms. Let them know when Sol is on in the morning. Have them come right into our Zoom room. You'll see our charts, be able to interact. Private message. Get the levels. Work the levels. There's a lot that goes on both publicly and privately, advancing traders into their new opportunity. You know, having the ability to do this from your current locations is great. Having an internet, having a mouse, keyboard, and screen empowers you. Take advantage of it. Everything Sol does here and we do here is for educational purposes only. Nothing's been taken as direct trading or investment advice. We're in the business of helping traders get set up as new traders, helping experienced traders and new traders develop the art of Price action trading, focused on trading the S&P 500 E-mini. 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. Looking to pick up 2 points plus on each trade. We have a teachable price action trading strategy that is teachable by us, learnable by you. You can start out your endeavor as a new trader, simulation trading only. You can look at earning a funded trading account through one of our affiliates. You could set yourself up with an account and fund it yourself with your risk capital. Experienced traders out there that are looking to get on the consistent profitability bandwagon. Pop in, register, give us a shout out when you get in there. Coming into 12 noon. We're going to exit then, come back again on Monday. Gonna take a moment. You know, we do a Q&A starting at 11 a.m. Eastern time in Zoom. If you have a headset and a microphone, or just a microphone, you can post your question, then we'll let you have the microphone. We can talk about the day's session. We can talk about getting you set up. We can talk about your approach to the market when it comes to trading. Questions directed to Saul. Questions directed to Don. Yeah, that's right. Zoom gives us the ability to communicate, the opportunity to be privately coached in a one-on-one scenario in a Zoom meeting room where you can share your charts. You can get set up properly based on your charts, your order entry. You can learn the art of price action trading one-on-one with Saul. Then you use this group environment, this group coaching session as a proving ground and an access point to him as you're applying your newfound trading skills. And you have that relationship with him. The group coaching session is a great start when it comes to the relationship with Saul, a 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits in Chicago, who is actively scalping and teaching traders to do the same. We start here at 8:30 a.m. and help individuals get set up. We start to get rolling as far as the session about 9:25, 9:20, 9:25 Eastern time. Saul goes to his screens and sets his levels, gives them out to everybody. Today's pivot was 51.15, 51.15. Quite possibly had done some trades around that pivot. 51.24 was resistance, 51.34, 51.42, 51.54, 51.64 on the upside, resistance. On the downside, he had 51.05, 50.97, 50.88, 50.79, and 50.71. Those are the levels that Saul sets for himself, for his trading, for the session. He believes it gives him a trading advantage over other traders by coming to his screens at that time and setting levels where he expects the levels and zones where he expects the market to make change. And he can capitalize on that change by putting trades on and taking them off based on a price action trading methodology. Part of his practice is to set the stop after the cash open, after assessing how the market is moving and behaving. Starts out with a 2-point stop generally, and he expands that into, keep it at 2 points, or he could expand it to 2, 3, 4 points, depending on the action of price, so he doesn't get stopped out prematurely. His entries, exits are done based on a price action trading methodology that he can teach you, mentor you on, work with you on. He gives out his levels, the levels I just gave out in audio, as coaching levels, zones for the session. He's working those areas for his own trading. You could certainly work those areas for your trading within the simulation environment. When you move out of simulation, let him know. Once you're schooled, seasoned in the art form, then work with him as you transition to live. If you are looking to earn a funded trading account, ask, and we can set you up with one of our affiliates. If you're looking to get started with a trading platform, charts, and order entry, ask, and we can set you up with one of our affiliates to get yourself set up to simulate trade in that environment, which is great for you. And then it's a matter of developing a relationship with Saul as your teacher, host, mentor, guru, whatever you want to call him, and helping you develop the art of price action trading, trading the market, intraday trading, day trading for yourself. So we're going to be exiting. Appreciate you being here. Again, take a moment to find our home base, like us, post us, re-like us, heart us on top of hearts. We really appreciate that. Join our community on X. Day Trading Markets community. Not hard to find. Join it. And I think you can, I don't know if you can heart that or repost that, but that would be helpful also. We're asking you to help us. We don't know as much as we would like, and we're always looking for an aid in getting a word out. So however you do that, we appreciate it. Daytradingmarkets.org. Daytradingmarkets.org is the drop-in. Day trading coaching, trading capital available. Log in Zoom with a guest pass, our home base at daytradingmarkets.org. And again, thank you. Everything you do is for educational purposes only, not to take direct trading or investment advice. We are trading educators, and we appreciate you.